Welcome to the Caricature Entertainment Training Series, focusing on caricature basics. Our mission is to create an experience that retains customer attention, increases their length of stay, and provides a purpose for their repeat attendance. We will cover three main points: proximity, to understand eyes in relation to the T-frame of the face, to see the shape of the eyes inside of a shape pocket, and to use proper 3D form understanding to place the pupil.
Hey guys, this is Jon with the Caricature Entertainment.
Hey guys, this is Larry with the Caricature Entertainment with Jon.
We're your lead artist in our training series for caricature basics. This is episode 2, and we're going to talk about eyes. Hey Larry, how do you like drawing eyes?
Oh, you know what? Eyes are a very big challenge. I like to draw eyes, sometimes cartoony, sometimes comic booky, sometimes realistic. Let's take a look and see what you got for us.
Let's have some fun.
Got to tell you, when I see this stuff like this, I get excited because it makes me think, oh my gosh, we're going to learn how to draw some stuff.
Let's go for it then. Let's first review animation by Preston Blair. In episode 1, we talked about the construction of the head using shapes, using the T-frame, and then the secondary shape. But really what I want to get in today is look how basic we can draw the eyes. Now, for those of you who are fans of cartoon, animation by Preston Blair will have tons of sketches that you can just look through and see all the different ways to create memorable characters. So let's try a little bit of that together today. Drawing eyes is going to be 3 parts. The first part we're going to talk about is proximity. The distance between the eyes. The second will be shapes. And then finally, we'll have some time to talk about the pupil. So the first thing we're going to do is when we look at our 3-dimensional shape, our circle, when we talk about the T-frame, that line going across helps us identify that as the line for our eyes. So in the basic form, if I block in my eyes, they should always be on the T-frame. So regardless of how I move or what shape I use, that T-frame will always give us where those eyes are going to be. Now, just in drawing these two, proximity means as long as I know that the T-frame is the guide for my eyes, I can move this line up or down. I can also move the eyes closer or further apart.
Jon, are you going to get into why you would move the eyes closer or further apart?
In future videos, yes.
Okay.
In this one, we're just keeping it basic. We want to know that you have the option to move eyes closer in. We'll draw that as going in, or they can go further apart. You can make the T-frame line go up. I'm sorry, up or down. So you're not held to always putting the line guide right across the middle. Now, the next thing we want to play with is if we know where we're going to put the eyes, let's have some fun with the shapes of the eyes. I'll take these two shapes I've already created. Now, in the frame of the eye, traditionally, artists are going to use circles. You can also play around with those shapes if you understand that inside of these eyes, they are locked into a pocket. And because this shape is just as malleable as the head shape, you could play around and take that same squash, so make that oval or circle into a flat shape. You could stretch it to make it a long shape. So though I start with a circle, I understand because it's inside of a shape, I'm going to have some options to play around with the space between what I see and where it can go. To extend this, let me just redraw that one more time. So instead of just laying it as a circle, because I know that that pocket can be squashed or stretched, my eye can do the same.
I also noticed by doing that, you can play with the motions with the eyes as well.
Absolutely. So playing around with the shapes gives me the option to understand that later on, when we get into expressions, I'm not held to just what's inside with the eye form, but that I'm also considerate of how it connects with the entire eye pocket. So the last thing I'm going to go over here is then the pupil. So I'm just going to take the circles that I've created here. I'm also going to use these shapes that I've squashed and stretched over here. The pupil, we'll call it, is the direction that our eyes are going to. Now, traditionally, you will see, just like with the T-frame above, there is also something going on inside the three-dimensional shape of the pupil. So therefore, if I have someone looking, let's say to the left, their right, just in the same way I'm using the concept of three-dimensional forms, the illusion is that these two are also on a T-frame. So the pupils can move up and down. So if I'm going to go down, or if I'm looking up, they are also following some guidelines. So I know even though this is what I'm seeing, that they too have a structure. All right. So I can move eyes closer together or apart. I can move the T frame up or down. I know that the shapes that I choose to use also will have the malleable form, squashing and stretching, and that my pupils follow the same principles of the T frame so that I know that they're three-dimensional shapes. Now, when you really get that, practice that. Play around with the proximity. I bring it down. What if I have it all the way to the top? Play around with the proximity. Can also mean having my eyes further apart. Having my eyes closer together. Playing around with the shapes. I can keep playing around with understanding that inside each one of these is an eye pocket. And then finally, have some fun playing around with pupils. Now, of course, feel free to sketch along. If you'd like to send some of these samples to us, you can always email, text, or just message us.
Jon, this was great information. Thank you very much.
Hey, we're here to have some fun. Well, my name's Jon.
And my name is Larry, guys. Make it simple, personal, and memorable.
You can reach the Caricature Entertainment by email at thecaricaturentertainment.com or visit our website and social media channels. Our executive team includes Cameron Canales, Jon A. Gerzon, and Larry Haynes, bringing diverse experience in education, retail management, graphic design, and storytelling.